What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about the rumored Indiana Jones game's title. It has possibly, and honestly, I think probably been found, and just my overall still excitement on this thing. So again, going to be shown at the Developer Direct next week. We've talked about the rumors. I think there's like one or two more kind of coming from different people. I think Shinobi, even on Twitter, and people had reposted it that maybe on like Reset Era, that he even said, like, if you knew when this game was coming out, this wouldn't be that much of a surprise that they're showing it off, right? Like we talked about last time, this is kind of a cherry on top moment where I don't think anybody would have predicted you would have seen it, number one, maybe even in 2024 in general, but more specifically, did anybody expect to see this thing in January of 2024? I don't think so. So really anything they do is kind of like a bonus. However, if the game is coming out this year, maybe coming out in the fall, you don't have the longest time anymore, right? You don't have a year and a half like maybe some of us, including even myself, thought. You got like 8, 9, 10 months until this game is out. So you got to start to show title, you have to start to show gameplay. And again, what we have here is most likely the title of this thing. So this comes from Karacasis. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I want to give credit to that Twitter user. They even say in their description like they're a video game researcher, and they did an excellent job here. So they say, I might have found the official title for Bethesda's Indiana Jones game, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Lucasfilm registered several domains on January 9th, literally yesterday, with that title, and one of these trademarks or registered sites is Indiana Jones and the Great Circle Game.com. This one leaves no doubt that's the title of the game. And there's two more, Indiana Jones dash and dash all that jazz, and then Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.com. They also filed for a trademark in Europe 2 years ago for the Great Circle with goods and services for video games. And yes, they include mobile, possibly because these games can now be played via streaming services on phones, or it's for some legal reasons. I don't know much about it. Notably, Cyberpunk and most console PC games list mobile in goods and services, and then there's all the registered domains. So look, I don't think you go this far out of your way. I don't think you do this just in the last, day, 24 hours, right? And yeah, exactly what they say. That very first one and the Great Circle Game, like throwing in the word game, right? It's like, okay, well, there's your guarantee that you're talking specifically about this game, and then you have the title kind of that comes first. And if you literally look right here, Ancient Circle, right? So it was there the whole time, and they just kind of, they messed with the name just a little bit, but Circle seemingly was a theme ever since the very first announcement of this thing. So look, I think we can kind of guarantee, maybe not fully, but mostly guarantee that we will be getting the title for this game with the new updated logo. I'm sure subtitle logo, whatever. I'm sure we'll get that next Thursday. But like I said, I mean, we're at a point where I think maybe you're going to show quite a bit. And I mean, that would be outrageously cool. We need to still kind of know what game this is. We talked about this last time. Machine Games, incredibly, Wolfenstein, incredibly talented. However, this is, I mean, if it's a third-person, like, action-adventure, Uncharted, Tomb Raider-esque game, which it doesn't have to be, but you think of Indiana Jones, and you think, well, Uncharted, I mean, like, an inspiration for Uncharted was Indiana Jones. Tomb Raider, same thing, right? And they all kind of borrow from each other. So, I don't know if I'm expecting that. I'm kind of like, especially like with Blade, right? We saw Blade, art style kind of got some people where it's like, oh, I didn't expect it to be that art style. I'm cool with it. I'm fine. It's all good. I don't want to go in with like massive expectations of what this game, Indiana Jones, is going to look like, but I do hope, obviously, I hope it looks really cool. And I don't know. I mean, my default assumption would be third-person action-adventure. So, we got to kind of see how that operates, right? We got to see how that works. And who knows? Like, do you show... I think you got to show a trailer, and then does the trailer have gameplay in it? Well, if the game comes out, like, even in November, right? November, that's 10 months. That's really not all that far away. I don't know. A gameplay trailer, like full-on gameplay, might be too early, but to just show some snippets of gameplay in a trailer, and then maybe a few months down the line, if they do a June thing, which they've been doing the last several years, and they've done pretty good with it, I think maybe there you do a whole massive thing for this game, right? It's going to be a big one. I mean, this could easily, you think of Avowed, which is also there at this Direct, Hellblade, Stalker. Those are big games, and they're all, all very different games, But Indiana Jones, obviously, I believe would be the biggest of them all, at least kind of like a neutral thing, right? It's got the biggest name and recognition, and, I think it could do really, really big for them. So if that's their big fall game, now is maybe the time that we see some stuff. So I'm excited. Like I said, we'll be covering it as soon as they show it next Thursday. So keep it tuned here, I suppose. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.